Hello, YouTube! My name is Scott, and I just got around to watching Cobra Kai. Season 5, Episode 9 is called Survivors. And wow, is there some stuff that happens here. I'm not entirely sure. It's hard to say which is more interesting, the adult stuff or the kid stuff. But for now, let's stick with the kid stuff, because this episode really did pick up right where the other one left off. Basically, with Tori showing up at the party and telling Sam that, Silver had paid off the ref at the All Valley. Sam didn't actually take it well because of everything that's happened since then and goes after Tori. But after she takes off, the kids decide to pay a little visit to Stingray. Apparently, he and Bert are still friends, and I feel like that should still raise some major red flags with Bert, but whatever. Stingray is, chilling at his cool apartment that Silver bought and paid for, playing a game that's absolutely not Dungeons and Dragons, called Dungeons and Dojos, with a bunch of friends of his who hate him because he's a terrible dungeon master. When the kids show up, you would think that these kids would be able to intimidate him into talking, but he's more afraid of the money and power that Silver has. So, with a story told through metaphor, more or less, Stingray admits that it was Silver who beat the crap out of him, not Kreese. As Sam walks out, she has a little heart-to-heart with Miguel over everything that's happened between them. And, it's the kind of thing where, Sam admits that, they're broken up and he can do whatever he wants, but it was really finding out what happened at the All Valley that got her riled up, because things would have been entirely different over the summer for her. She wouldn't have decided to give up karate, probably wouldn't have broken up with Miguel. She could actually wear the octopus necklace, which is nice. So she decides to go talk to Tori. And Tori is having her own issues, because Robbie showed up at Cobra Kai and somehow managed to avoid a beatdown, even though he was literally telling the Cobra Kai students in front of Silver and, almost did again, Sensei Kim, that they were essentially being brainwashed and turned into an army of child soldiers. So Sensei Kim decides it's time to get a little revenge on Tori, because she clearly likes Robbie. And that's it, literally. She gets put through a test where she's facing a dummy, but the points that she needs to hit on this dummy, they're all made of solid stone. And they will literally not let her leave, which, I'm pretty sure ranks on illegal, until she punches her way through one of the stone slabs. And she does, basically at the cost of her right hand. And she's putting ice on it when Sam shows up. And they're probably never going to be fast friends, but they kind of make up. And Sam wants to be able to prove that Silver's the one who kicked Stingray's ass. And Tori thinks that if it happened at the old dojo, there might be a way to prove it. And now what's interesting here is you get a cut to a computer showing camera footage, security cam footage, and you think that's them looking at it, but it's not. It's Silver and Kim talking. And this very evil villain speech from Silver about how, for one thing, youth is the one thing money can't buy, and how he's going to have Cobra Kai live on forever, and how he's going to take care of his enemies that get in his way. Speaking of those enemies, the interesting thing is, Silver actually confronted Johnny and Carmen earlier in the elevator at the hospital, because Carmen had an ultrasound. And Johnny was playing the, proud, expectant dad, according to him, much better than he did when it was Robbie. And then when the secret gets out later, Daniel's cousin Louie decides, they gotta go out and party, because Johnny's gonna be a dad again, and he's willing to set it all up, because he got Johnny's car wrecked. So that's Johnny and Carmen and Daniel and Amanda and Louie and Chosen, who show up at this club in a party limo, and they have a pretty good time there. Thankfully, nothing goes crazy. Chosen, obviously, he can't get in with the psi blades he has in his jacket. There's some conversations with both Johnny and Daniel where we find out that Chosen has feelings for Kumiko, who's back in Okinawa. And that's really nice. He actually leaves her a message before they decide to leave the bar and the club and go to another bar. And there's a whole thing in the club where Louis confronts Anoush, the other guy that works at Lewis Auto, because Anoush is now dating his sister. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, the way this ends, it's on a cliffhanger. So Carmen and Amanda, they decide, they're done for the night. So the guys all pile into the limo, except for Louis and Anoush. They're hashing out their differences after going at it on the dance floor. And the limo takes off. And while they're in the back rocking out to Eye of the Tiger, which is cool, the guy who was originally driving the limo comes up to Louis and is like, "Hey, where's the limo? I left it here." And that's when you realize something is really wrong. And the three of them are trapped in an out-of-control speeding limo. Not sure who's driving because, there's a panel that needs to come down. But, yeah. So, this is bad. It's really, we end on a cliffhanger and all this stuff coming together. And it's the last episode of the season, so they're probably not even going to make it to Japan yet, which is interesting. But I'm in. Anyway, what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below, like the video, share it around, subscribe if you're so inclined, hit that bell icon below for notifications for when another video goes up. And until next time, I have been Scott, and this has been Just Got Around to Watching, an offshoot of opinions no one cares about. Everyone has opinions. This one was mine.